2001, and it was just another regular school morning. You know, you gotta get up, take a shower, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, all that good stuff. But this particular morning, my alarm went off, and I didn't get out right away. I didn't get off the bed right away, which is odd because at the first sound of my alarm, I always get up no matter what. But I guess this time I just decided to go back to bed and didn't really care. About 15 minutes passed by probably, and I hear a knock on my door, and it's my dad, and he's like, "Come on, Michelle, get up. It's time to go to school. You're going to be late." I kind of look at him like, yeah, I'll get up right now. And he closes the door, and I totally ignore him, and I go back to bed. I'm not sure how much time had passed, but all of a sudden I wake up again, and I'm in my living room, and I'm surrounded by paramedics. So I'm a little freaked out. I'm not sure if I'm dreaming or this is reality, like what's going on. And I look down at my arms, and there's like IVs in my arms. At this point, I'm like really, really scared. So I look around the room frantically for my dad, and I can't see him. And then I finally spot him, and he's on the phone with probably my mom at the time, you know, telling him what happened, telling her what happened. And I could see that he was crying, or he had cried, and I had never seen my dad in the state he was in. He was just an emotional wreck. So at this, you know, I'm like worried. I'm like, well, something big must have happened to me, something bad. So anyways, they finally put me in the ambulance, and they take me to the hospital. And during my ride there, you know, they were asking me, "Sweetheart, are you okay? How are you feeling?" But I couldn't answer that at the time because I still hadn't gotten an explanation of what had happened to me, and I couldn't comprehend still what was going on. So we finally get to the hospital, and they put me in a room, and my dad sits next to me, and he's still in an emotional state, and he's trying to calm himself down, and he's taking deep breaths in. And I finally turn around and I ask him, you know, what happened to me? Why am I here? What's going on? So he goes on to tell me that the second time he walked in to wake me up, I was in my bed still, but I was in fetal position, and my whole body was shaking, and I was foaming from my mouth. So apparently I had a seizure. At the time, I'm 6 years old, so I'm not really sure what a seizure was. So basically all I know is I'm at the hospital because I had a seizure. Okay, whatever. So throughout the day, they're running tests on me to see what was wrong with me. And finally, around maybe 3 p.m.-ish, my mom comes from work, and she's all emotional as well, and she comes and gives me a hug and kisses and tries to comfort me. Then a couple hours pass by, and finally, the doctor comes in to tell us, you know, what was wrong with me. And he comes and he tells us the news that it turns out I have epilepsy. And I'm sure maybe most of you know what that is. So I don't know how to take it in because, like I said, I'm sick, so I have no idea what it is and what condition I have. And I turn around and look at my parents, and you can tell, you know, they're starting to cry, like tears are starting to build up, and that's like when they realize that our whole lives are probably about to change. So they go on and they explain to me what I have and what epilepsy is, and that I'm now supposed to take medication on a regular basis to control my seizures, and I probably have to do that for the rest of my life. So, you know, as a 6-year-old, all you want to do is you want to have fun, you want to play, and not have to worry about taking medication. So I had to live with that since I was 6, and I was very insecure about it. It was hard to tell my friends about it because I felt like I was odd and not normal, but in reality, I'm a normal person. I can drive, I can ride a bike, I can learn how to surf if I want to. I can do anything except I have that small little glitch. But it doesn't stop me from doing what I want to in my life and what I want to accomplish. But, you know, I learned to accept myself for who I am, and it just taught me a lot throughout life. But that was the day my life completely changed.